Hi Primary 3, today we're going to continue to learn about what is a verb. So hopefully most of you will know now what a verb is. So we've been learning quite a lot about verbs, so we should know that a verb is an action word. It tells us what someone or something is doing. So for example, Alex dances well. In that sentence, dances would be the verb because she is dancing, or Alex dances well. So remember, a verb won't always end with the sound ing, ing. It can be lots of other ways that you can spell the words as well. So make sure you don't get confused and you're looking for ing just because you think it's something that they're doing when you're looking for verbs. So for example, the fish swim in the sea. Swim is the verb because that is what the fish are doing. If you look at the rest of the words in that sentence, the, fish, in, the, and see, none of those are doing words. So when you're looking for a doing word in a sentence, sometimes it's just as good to have a look at the other words and think, oh, is that a doing word? Or is that an adjective? Or is it a noun, for example? So always look for the thing that is being done or somebody is doing. So for example, the choir sing beautifully. So again, it's not singing, it's sing, but it's something that the people, the choir, are doing. I relaxed on the beach. So this is an even harder one to spot. So he is relaxing on the beach. But again, it's not ending in ing, it's ending in ed. I relax because he's done it. But it's still something that he is doing or has done. And that is what it makes it a verb. Cyril is chatting on the phone. So this one's a bit easier to spot. Chatting is the verb because that is what Cyril is doing. So in today's task, girls and boys, what you're going to be looking for is that you're going to be looking at words that you can think about what are verbs and what aren't verbs. Now, again, look at the words that you're going to be doing and have a think to yourself, oh, is that an adjective or is it a verb? So for example, if we're looking at this one, we know that dinosaur isn't a verb. It's a noun. It's an object. It's not something that we were doing. But if, for example, we look at whisper, that is a verb because we would be whispering or we would have whispered or we whisper in the classroom. So we are doing is the whisper word. So the doing word is whisper. Sorry, I got a bit confused there, girls and boys. So whisper is the doing word. It's the verb. So you're going to be looking at a selection of words today to decide which one is a verb and which one might be a noun or an adjective. In other words, not a verb. Now, there's other things that we can do when we're looking at verbs to use them when we are writing. So we want, when we're writing, to try and make our sentences as exciting as possible. And we've been working on that a little bit by improving our boring sentences. So when you're using verbs, think about how you can make that verb more exciting. So for example, the mouse ran away becomes the mouse scurried away. So we've changed our verb ran into the word scurried. And it just starts to make our sentences a little bit more interesting and exciting. So as we're starting to get towards primary 4, we want to be using those more interesting wow words that we've been talking a bit about. So rather than just say the mouse ran away, we can say the mouse scurried away. So you always want to be thinking about different words that we could use. So for example, walk, we would say instead stroll. If we wanted to think of another word for disappear, we could think of the word vanish. So always think when you're writing about how can we make our sentences more interesting. Okay, so we'll have a couple of sentences here. So Imran vanished from inside the haunted house. So again, the verb is vanished because that is what he has done. He has vanished from inside the haunted house. The baby threw her teddy out of the pram. So again, the word threw is the verb because that is what the baby has done. She has thrown her teddy out of the pram. And then last one, the stack of plates fell to the floor. So the stack of plates have fallen or have fell to the floor. So again, that is your doing word. So whenever you're looking at a sentence, always think to yourself, which is the doing word? What has somebody or something done? It can be a little tricky sometimes when we're trying to spot the words, but again, think to yourself now, is that a verb or is it another type of word? Is it a noun or is it an adjective? So when you're doing today's task, always think to yourself, is it a doing word? Is it a describing word? Or is it just an object? Because remember, we're looking for our doing words. Hope you enjoy the task, girls and boys. Bye.